Hello friends, do you know you can solve reading comprehension question without going through whole passage? How we will discuss in this video. I'm Hassan Raja. You are going to learn today how to solve question of reading comprehension without going through whole passage. For that we need few steps. Step number 1, we should know what is the type of question. Second, we should know where to look at. And third, but very important, how to find out keyword. If we can do all these 3 steps all together, we can find the answer of reading comprehension question in just few minutes and without going through whole passage. And we are going to apply this method in 3 questions. And the types of question will be same. So the topic of the day is to solve primary purpose question. Now your question is, the primary purpose of the passage is to, and here you are with the first paragraph. What it says, in Roman times, defeated enemies were generally put to death as criminal for having offended the emperor of Rome. In the Middle Ages, however, the practice of ransoming and returning prisoners in exchange for money became common. Remember, here this is however. It's been what? The previous part is not that much important. Alright, so the second part will be more important than the previous one. What is the second part? It says the practice of ransoming or returning prisoners in exchange for money became common. So returning, exchanging has become very common. Though some saw this custom as a step toward a more human society. The primary reasons behind it were economic rather than humanitarian. It's been what? Now look at again keyword. What is important? It is not humanitarian, but it is economic. So the keyword returning prisoners in exchange for money, and the reason was economic. So the primary purpose of the passage should be to talk about returning prisoners in exchange of money. Let us go to option. Question is options are in front of us. First says, explore 3 ways of reducing the cost of ransom. Out of scope. Option B says, examine the history of the treatment of prisoners of war. Again, treatment. This is your keyword. Remember, in option, you should know what is extra word that changes meaning, and we should eliminate that option. So option B out. C says, demonstrate why warriors of the Middle Ages looked forward to battles. Alright, so it is talking about fight. Option C out. Option D emphasizes the importance of a warrior's word of honor during the Middle Ages. Out of, again, scope. The reason is emphasize the importance of warrior. Now option E, discuss the economic basis of the medieval practice of exchanging prisoners for the ransom, the keyword that we have taken. So E is the best option. Now let us justify with the help of other paragraphs too. Remember, first paragraph is called the backbone of whole passage, and that's why it plays crucial role. Let us see the length of the passage. It begins from in Roman times to million prisoners. And how many paragraphs the passage has? There are 4 paragraphs. First, second, third, and this one is the 4th one. So without going through whole passage, we can find out keyword. Remember, if you wanna go to whole passage, again, what is your job? To just pick first sentence and conclude. On the basis of conclusion, you can solve primary purpose question. Let us see one more question. The primary purpose of the passage is to propose. So the purpose means primary purpose, right? And what is our job? To go through first paragraph, find out keyword. Remember, finding keyword is an art. If you fail to do so, you will be in trouble. So you should know from where to pick word and what to pick. So let us understand. It says, archaeology as a profession faces 2 major problems. First, it is the poorest of the poor. Only paltry sums are available for excavating, and even less is available for publishing the results and preserving the sites once excavated. Yet means contradictory. It means this one is less important And the next part after yet will be more important than the previous one. Yet, archaeologists deal with the priceless objects every day. Second, there is the problem of illegal excavation, resulting in the museum quality pieces being sold to the highest bidders. So, yet they deal with priceless objects and what they do, and there is the problem of illegal excavation. It's been what? These are the keywords. Their job is very important. Why? Because they work against illegal excavation, right? They know about these things. Let us find out the same keyword in options. Option A says an alternative to museum display of artifacts. So alternative. Here the prime intention of the paragraph is to talk about priceless job. The job is to deal with objects, and that's called priceless objects. All right. So it is not about the dealing, but it is displaying. So option A out. Option B, a new system for cataloging duplicate artifacts. Cataloging duplicate. Keyword option B out. Option C, the government regulation of archaeological sites. Again, it is not about job, but it is regulation of government. But the passage is from archaeologist angle. So option C out. Option D, a way to curb illegal digging while benefiting the archaeological profession. C, the job, profession, right? So keyword is matching. D can be the best option. A way to distinguish artifacts with scientific value from those that have no such value. So it is talking about distinguishing. No, it is not about distinguishing, but it is about the price. Job is to deal with priceless objects every day. It's been very important job they are doing, and along with that there is a word illegal excavation, and all the keywords are in option D. So option D is the best option. Now let us see the length of the whole passage. The length of passage begins from archaeology as a profession to professional archaeologists who excavated it. How many paragraphs the passage has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 paragraphs the passage has. Yet without reading whole passage we can find out the best option, and the art is to find out keyword. Let us do one more question. The primary purpose of the passage is to, again primary purpose question, and what is shortcut? Reading first paragraph, finding keyword. Again, if you could not find keyword, you will be in trouble. So let us understand paragraph first. It says, one of the many theories about alcoholism is the learning and reinforcement theory, which explains alcoholism by considering alcohol ingestion as a reflex response to some stimulus and as a way to reduce the inner drive states such as fear and anxiety. So what is the intention of the first paragraph? To talk about learning and reinforcement about alcoholism, right? Now, characterizing life situation in terms of approach and avoidance. This theory holds that the persons tend to be drawn to pleasant situations and repelled by unpleasant ones. So again, it is the one of the theory. What is that theory? It says draw to pleasant situations and repelled by unpleasant situation. In the later case, it means there are two cases. The previous case is the first case, characterizing life situations in terms of approach and avoidance. This theory holds that response tend to be drawn, right? And second case, alcohol ingestion is said to reduce the tension or feelings of unpleasantness and to replace them with the feeling of euphoria generally observed in most persons after they have consumed one or more kinds of drinks. So the primary purpose of the passage is to talk about two terms, right? The first is characterizing this one, and second, alcohol ingestions and blah 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 blah. So the primary purpose of passage should be to talk about the study of alcoholism, and in which these two words should be included. So let us go to option to check it. First is argue that alcoholism is a learned behavior. Argue. Actually, here discussing two theories. The study of two parts, but it is arguing, so option A out. B says discuss how the behavior of alcoholic person is explained by the learning theory. Of course, this is because there are two theories. Option C, compare the learning and reinforcement theory to other theories of alcoholism. So, comparing learning theories versus other theories. We do not have other theories, but we have only two theories that has been discussed in the passage. So, option C out. Explain how fear and anxiety stimulate and reinforce drinking in alcoholic person. Actually, it is not only reinforcing these things, but get reading is also one of the theory. So this is partial information. Option D out. Option E, present experimental evidence in support of the learning and reinforcement theory of alcoholism. Actually, present experimental evidence. By the way, it is presenting evidence or not, but yeah, it is talking about two theory. The first one, this one, the second one, this one. So this is actually weaker option, and that's why B becomes best option. Let's see the length of the passage. The passage begins from one of the many theories about alcoholism is to withdrawal symptoms. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. So see the length of the paragraph, yet you can solve the question without going through whole passage. Now, last but not the least, to solve primary purpose question, first paragraph is enough. What if you want to go with the whole passage? So in that case, you have one more option. Go with the first and last paragraph and conclude. But remember, if you are unable to find out keyword, and if you cannot find keyword, you will be in trouble. So the art is to find keyword and match keyword with the options, and then eliminate awkward options. That will be the best option.